the entire town is suffering a curse. As I'm sure you know by now, you won't have heard of our town. You see, we've actually been trapped here by 5 great Oni. If you are able to defeat the Oni at each pillar, we can finally be free.
Last night you spoke of a sage in town?
Oh, yes. The sage. He is the one who communed with the gods themselves.
That sounds like a good starting point.
When we last left off, Billy was asking about a sage. Or no. Who was asking about a sage? Tony was asking about a sage. Okay. So,
Actually, it was Kodai.
yes, yeah. Kodai. Kodai was asking about the sage. So, you just had your fortune, great curse. You walked over there. You saw some stuff. Didn't quite understand it. Your last to leave. So you're still there heading out.
Yeah, probably just like slowly.
I eat a few more buns, take the rest for Kenta.
Sounds good.
As he'll likely need them very soon.
So we see that. I guess
so
we see
hungry.
them in.
So you see them leaving the inn. The old woman comes outside, and she leads you to the art gallery.
So I'm gonna ask her in Spanish if A, she's willing to come with us as a translator, or B, if anyone else speaks Spanish in the village that she knows of, that would be willing to join us.
Oh, we can't leave to go to the pillars.
Why? Okay. Why not?
Because the great barrier that keeps us trapped in the town.
Oh, right.
We are cursed here.
Fine, I will suffer in silence.
So do you fall to the art gallery, or so whoever's outside will see the two of them coming out with the innkeeper, who is
Am I still at the temple?
Yeah, so that's just the center of town.
Okay.
And you don't go inside anything.
Okay.
You're just
okay.
around.
Oh, so it's just a shrine in the center of town.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I'll walk out and see the bald lady clapping and dancing again, and I'll follow to Kenta and to follow up and also have my fortune.
Okay. So let's see. So you'll go
as well.
Okay. So so she's very excited. Oh, yes.
You all might be the ones. Yes, together we can defeat them. But you must have your fortunes told.
Just take a ticket. It's easy.
Haven't seen him go down before. I'll take one.
Okay. So everyone gets a ticket, and every one of them says "Great Curse."
It's either an omen or it's rigged.
That's what I was going to say.
They all say that.
It's just a big roll of 9s in there.
Yeah. This is rigged. yeah.
So, yeah.
So you want them to test it so that you can see it's not rigged?
Yeah. Somebody else take a fortune. We can't all get the same thing.
So then the innkeeper goes to take a fortune, and it says "Great Blessing."
Well then.
Yes. And the fortune teller, so excited, just so pumped for her.
At this point, I realize I still don't have my robes on, and I picked them up off the floor and put them back on.
Glad my sight is failing me.
Yeah. Okay, so you do see, and she begins saying that it's all linked, though, that while the four of you will encounter demons, it is great for the townspeople that the four of you will encounter demons.
I'm glad you will prosper of our parents' suffering.
So,
Oh, yes, I'm so happy that you all will aid us. just been so long since we've seen the outside world.
I take a bun from Tsuru and start eating it because I'm hungry.
So you just reach into his pocket.
Well, he said he carried some over for me.
But yeah, like
Did you in a bag? Oh, okay.
My apron.
I thought you had like a bowl or something.
He can,
a bowl
he
of
can
them or
smell
something.
them. He's like,
So
Hot buns.
So okay, fine. So in that case, I smell hot buns.
Yes.
Don't eat them all now, and I hand him a few.
Arigato.
This could be an opportunity for a flashback.
It could be. I don't. Oh, I have to flip that though, right? Because I don't have. I don't have
So you
coins.
start with 2 coins.
Could I have a couple coins?
Yeah. Cool.
So so you will spend one of your 2 basically,
Okay,
right?
so yeah, just give me one then.
and you guys can share between us, I guess.
All right. So, yeah, flashback to as a child.
This is a euro. It's fake.
Flashback as I'm a child, and my grandmother made the best hot buns ever. Unfortunately, the recipe has been long gone after she died. It was never written down. But these are the closest hot buns that taste the closest to my grandmother's recipe.
Okay, so then another player will ask you a question about how this has affected you.
Why are these buns so special to me?
Because they remind me of my grandmother and simpler times.
Okay. So then, hypothetically, I would say that interacting with
The little ladies.
little old ladies, what goes better for you. And, yeah, possibly, yes, something with smelling buns.
That's right.
So, okay.
Just before you were training sumo?
This is before I was training, so yeah.
Oh, it inspired you.
Yes,
You ate so many
I
buns.
ate so many buns I became fat, and it inspired me to become a sumo wrestler rather than lose weight.
Yes.
There we go. I like
Perfect. So, okay. So, will the 4 of you hang out at the shrine, or you want to go to the art gallery?
The art gallery was where the sage is at.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go there.
Then yeah, I think that will be Kodai's next.
It doesn't really
next
matter to
stop.
me where we go. I'm just eating hot buns following the group.
Okay.
Well, I have the buns. I'm gonna go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Continue looking through town, asking questions.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow in the art gallery.
Okay. So the innkeeper will lead the 3 of you to the art gallery, and perhaps there's a local blacksmith. Maybe that catches
That's
your
who
eye.
he pulled over when he
Mhm.
left, so.
Maybe like a talk shop or something.
Yeah, I'd like to see what he knows about the pillars and what else about the curse, maybe.
So he starts saying basically the same kind of stuff. The demons had trapped our town here, where we were a noble town, and then since we were like so prosperous, and like there were people in town who were rather greedy and like arrogant over like the wealth of the town, so it was easy for like the demons to manifest and surround the town with this barrier that they now just drain the life force from the residents, and that the pillars themselves lie in various places outside the town, and they have not been able to see them in 1,000+ years because they've been trapped inside.
If they're immortal, has he seen them before?
So he
Has he heard tales of their location, or...
So he starts. He's looking, and it was so long ago. Basically, is what it's like, where everyone's forgotten their names. It was like that long ago when they came. He vaguely remembers just something erupting from the earth, and that was the only pillar he ever saw before he was trapped inside this barrier. But yeah, he can't. It's all he remembers is how scared he was when it happened. And so he just identifies himself as the blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone else, just like whatever their occupation is how they distinguish each other at this point. So then at the art gallery, it's very dimly lit inside, and there are two people inside. There's one taller, broad-shouldered man with just like a tall hat on, and
What's his hat?
it's just tall and slender, and there's like a cloth that like drapes over the back.
I ask him how much money the tall hat costs.
Oh darn! What was the number?
Tall hat. They're only $5.95.
Tall hat, only $5.95.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So the curator is actually facing you as you come in, and the man who's there, who's the sage, is facing one of the paintings. So as you enter, you ask him how much for the hat. So he says, "I will give it to you if you wish it."
I do like the hat, and it could keep my head warm.
So he just takes it off and hands it to you.
I put it on my head.
Okay, yeah, it's. So you feel very noble now wearing it,
I bow.
because it's also everything everyone's wearing is very like pristine silk, very nice stuff. So
I bow and say thank you.
yes, so he does also like a nice bow. So the curator is sitting there and has kind of just like hair over the face, and just like kind of like looks through like the one eye, but it's like parted that way. It's like meant to like go across the face, and like looking closer, you can like vaguely see like some scratches on the curator's face, and that's probably what's going on there. So pretty easy to figure out. So the curator, welcome. Would you like a tour of the facilities? You don't get outsiders here ever. This is amazing.
We've heard this, but as lovely as this establishment is, we came here to speak to your sage.
So then the man, yes, I am the sage, and I see, and he looks at your oar. Yeah. You are the ones. You shall free us at last.
That's what everybody keeps telling us.
So he looks at the innkeeper, who just kind of nods. So you know the tale of our town here.
Yes, mortal curse, Oni running amok, 5 pillars.
Yes.
You got the gist.
Excellent. So I can tell you that the object you carry is no ordinary object. It is in fact
An ordinary object.
I can feel the power of it. It is a fragment.
Well, I mean, it is a broken sword as I unsheath my broken katana.
I do not mean that. I mean your oar. It is in fact a fragment of the slaying swords.
Excuse me?
In order to truly destroy an Oni, you must strike them down with a slaying sword.
I kind of look over the ore now. Is there any bladed anything on this?
No.
Any runes or text or...
Any kanji at all?
I see you do not understand what you carry. So, he just starts reaching out for it, which...
I do not let go, but I don't stop his
Okay.
progress.
So, which side is up?
The ore part is probably at the top of it.
Okay, so then he reaches down, and he just does like a quick, like this,
Mhm.
and the wood doesn't strip off, it just vanishes. It like disintegrates as he whips down, and you see that there's now a blade where that was.
I could have cut myself with this last night.
So it's not like an impressive looking blade. It is just like old and rusted, but he's telling you, and obviously you didn't even know that there was a blade there.
Right.
So the sage's words make sense, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So one thing's been plaguing my mind. I would definitely love to help this village get rid of its Oni problem. But these Oni seem to have cursed you with immortality. What happens when that curse is lifted? Do you all waste away as if you were 1,000 years old, or do you go on living?
We do not know, but any way to escape the curse is best.
Even if death is that escape?
Yes. It has been a tiresome existence. Watching our loved ones just one by one slowly fade away to the demon's grasp. Forgetting our own names. Never seeing a new flower or fresh art. No offense, curator. and
Scoffs in the background.
yeah. And the only painting that's visible at this point is actually like a super intense painting of like demons attacking humans. The humans themselves, like it almost looks like they're actually crying in the painting, but it's not wet or anything. It's just very detailed.
I asked the curator what he can tell me about the painting.
Some of these paintings are... that's the sage. Yes, some of the paintings are in fact our initial struggles. When we first were trapped here, the demons flew about the town itself. But now where they've established such a... now that they've established that they take us, once a year and spread out, and where our numbers are dwindling, they don't show themselves anymore. They just select one every year to sustain them. Where initially they just kind of haphazardly descended upon us. And this painting is a depiction of the beginning of our plight.
Have I caught up with them yet?
Oh, yeah. So you just walk in as the painting's being explained.
I would like to spend a coin and gain a flashback.
Okay.
So someone's asking a question.
So you like a sentence about specifically what you want out of this, basically.
Sure. The experience of looking at fine art.
Okay, and then just you want that to be a good thing, I assume.
Yeah, flashbacks
Yeah.
are good.
So wait, so you had experience dealing with fine art? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then someone asked me a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I pick someone. Tony. Ask me a question about me.
So where was it that you gained your love of fine arts?
Oh well. You're assuming that it was a love for fine art. Part
No,
of the
I'm
reason
telling you it
that...
was a love for fine art.
Oh no!
You gave me this responsibility now. Now, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay. It is a love for fine art. Yeah, so from a young age, I always wanted to be a painter, and instead, circumstances in my town led me to becoming a priest. I had some traumatic experiences that I wanted to help others heal, wanted to help others through, and this reminds me of like my young love for like for finer things in life and for painting in particular.
Yeah, perhaps that people can heal through painting and viewing them.
Yes, I like that. The therapeutic value of art. Very ahead of its time.
Yeah, yes.
Very.
Yeah, so...
Ancient art therapist.
So the quality of this painting is striking, even to you.
Yes.
And let's see. So where the painting itself seems to not have paint isn't what was used to create this.
Is there a big bird on this painting?
There can be. Let's see, one of the demons can be bird-like, certainly.
So I phrased my flashback as the power of beauty to heal.
Mm.
And you said that I could tell that the painting was not made from paint.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, potentially gross. Can I tell what it is? Or I can't say anything really to anybody, and no one's around me that knows Spanish, right?
The innkeeper's here.
Oh, she is.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And actually verbalizing Spanish, the sage also understands you.
Ooh, yes. So I could ask. Well, I'm assuming I don't know that the sage speaks Spanish yet, so I'll just ask the innkeeper to translate and ask about the materials used in creating the painting, or asking the curator.
So the curators. To remind ourselves of the tragedy, there is in fact blood used as on this canvas.
And that's all I got for that. I was like,
So, but it strikes you as odd because then, like, where did this blood come from? That someone sat and actually painted a full painting out of blood.
Yeah, that's a good follow-up.
Is the painting like just different shades of red, or is it all different colors?
There's a bunch of different colors.
But the red is blood.
Yeah, but that's why to like the eye of anyone else, it wouldn't seem odd. But you, where you have this like special view of.
Yeah. So what? Where did the blood come from? He wonders.
So you see the curator is looks kind of nervous. Oh, it's been so long, I have forgotten myself.
Where did the kids go? Where did the children go?
Yes, the children were taken by demons over time.
Is your name Mr. Oni?
So the sage interjects, like basically just saying, "I can understand you," and that as sad as it was, we had an artist who originally had made this painting, and there was blood in the streets at that point. So the blood was used of the fallen that just decorated the streets and put onto canvas.
So the artist collected the blood from the people killed by the demons?
That's correct. And the artist is no longer with us.
What happened to the artist?
Taken.
By
the Oni.
Convenient.
We once numbered in the hundreds. Now we are few.
Seen at least a few dozen people today.
It's like everybody.
Okay. Literally seen everybody.
Yeah.
I'd like to inspect the blade. I walk in on a half sword, half boat oar. I'd like to inspect it. Being a blacksmith.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So the blade it's not steel, it's not iron, it's what other metals would you have seen?
Tin, copper,
it's
bronze.
It's not made from any of these metals. It's like a metal that you're unfamiliar with.
It definitely looks like metal, though. Not like stonework or anything like that.
Right, yeah, it does. It looks like metal, but like to your eye, you can tell, like, oh, this metal is foreign to me, which is surprising.
And now you said the sage grabbed the bottom and clipped it against the floor?
Yeah, so he grabbed the middle and then pulled all the way down to the floor, and as his hand went down, the wood just disintegrated.
So, is it like a full blade, or is it half boat oar? I'm like conversing.
It's still
with
half
the
boat
sage.
oar. Yeah, the top, from his hand, from Tony's hand, Kodai, from Kodai's hand up, it's still oar, and the actual
Part.
the full
the paddle.
the paddle part, yes, is still up top.
I asked the sage, is this it? Is this the weapon?
This is in fact a fragment of a slaying sword. It shall do the job, but it is not its true self yet.
How does it become its true self?
By defeating the Oni, you will then also be able to absorb part of their powers.
I've defeated every opponent I've gone up against thus far. I can defeat an Oni.
I have great confidence that you will be able to as well.
And I just, again, do like the sumo stomp. Like, you know.
Yes,
And then knock my water.
your legs are mighty.
Indeed.
So mighty.
How do we find the Oni?
I'm glad you asked that. I in fact have a device that shall allow you to go towards the pillars. And he pulls out, and it just looks like a compass. Who shall I trust with the responsibility of the compass?
I just.
Okay.
Go
If you
ahead.
want to take it.
Go ahead.
Alright, I'll take it.
Okay. So he hands it to you.
Let's not
and-
give it to the sumo wrestler who's the one who got us into this
The
issue.
man none of us can understand.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gives me something to do. I can't talk to anybody.
So the second you hold it, the needle turns like bright red and immediately points in a direction.
I gesticulate and point to the compass.
Yeah. So and it's obvious.
I point at like everyone in the room.
it has a position, and as you like move it around, it just stays in that one.
Stays pointed.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, looks like we need to defeat an Oni.
We shall be off.
Excellent. Is there anything else that we can get you?
Some more hot buns.
Weapons.
I hand him 2 more.
I have no weapons.
Oh, of course. You may see our smith, and he shall provide you with all that you need.
Sure.
Though what you really will need, aside from that, is the sling sword. So, everything else that you may need.
If it makes you feel better. You can bring weapons, but it won't matter.
Yeah, they will do nothing.
I am all the weapon you'll need.
Can you still using it as a walking stick?
Yep.
Now that it's blade side down?
I mean, it'll dig into the dirt a bit, but he doesn't weigh much.
Yeah. I'm like maybe 70 pounds soaking wet.
So the
So yeah,
so you go to the smith.
go to the smith. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, we meet again. Seeing you and everyone else. So around the shop, there's all sorts of various types of armor. Okay, so it's a little more open air than everywhere else, but more or less looks the same because of the forge. So he has katanas. He has kunai, which are the little like, throwing daggers. The kusarigama, which is like a sickle on a chain. Size, like Raphael uses from Ninja Turtles. 5 to 8 foot samurai bows. So yeah,
I don't have horses
and
though.
yeah, so, yeah.
You hardly
Yeah.
use those.
So
Unless I have horses.
well, there aren't horses.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Shuriken, naginatas, which are like spears, except
And in like a katana
yeah,
blade.
they end in much larger blades. Staves and more traditional spears. The only type of bludgeoning weapon is the kanabo, which it's really slender, but it's thick all the way through and it has like little spikes down it, and it looks heavy just looking at it. And it's I mean you would know it's like just like really thick heavy iron, and there's like stones are fixed to it where you know for
To the
the
spikes.
spikes. So it would take one of you two to even think about wielding that. And then the armor is in all variety of colors. And then the smith sees your blade and A slaying sword. And he just becomes immediately excited.
It is but a fragment.
Yes, but it should do the job.
We hope so.
That's what we've been told.
But we come seeking more armaments. For my friends here do not have a slaying sword.
Yes. Of course, whatever you need. This does this, and then perhaps if there's anything else, I may have it out back.
In the warehouse.
Yeah,
Do you happen to have another slaying sword?
I do not.
Fresh out.
Fresh out.
Those go quick around here.
Yeah. There's just like one like display cabinet just is out of stock.
I want to point to the sickle on a chain.
Oh yes. So yeah.
Love those.
So just you pointing, he just takes them down and hands them to you.
And
I apologize for the rudeness of my friend. He does not speak our tongue.
Oh. What language do you speak?
He's asking what you speak.
I just say like a few words in Spanish.
Oh,
Like,
and he also
what is this?
understands you. What?
Okay.
I too have a similar reaction.
Yeah.
Who's-
Gentrification.
After thousands of years, we grow bored.
Do you get many Spaniards in this area?
We don't, but it's finally come in handy. I mean, 200 years.
Finally, that elective paid off.
Oh, I'm sorry. This guy's very attractive.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Very true.
The Smith is very attractive.
Well, good sir, my friends here. We have your arms.
Oh yeah, he's
Wow.
he's jacked. Yeah. I'm not, but he is.
Yeah.
I seek a
it is
chain for my hammer.
no wonder the quality of these goods are so high, with arms as powerful as those. You must be hitting the forge all day to look like that.
Oh yes.
Would you mind taking your shirt off? Sorry, PG. Never mind. Rewind.
I need to keep the apron on. The embers. So he's moved by your compliments, at least.
So a little confused. I kind of step up, and I kind of just push Kona?
Kodai.
Push Kodai out of the way just a little bit, and I point to two blades on the wall. I'm assuming katanas or something of the like. Those.
They come in a few different sizes.
I'll take the biggest ones there.
Extra light.
Thinking out
For
wise
my
for a bludgeoning
friend,
weapon
do you
of your
have
stature.
any nodachi? Two-handed.
So it might not be a
like
bad idea.
big
Brute forcing it?
katanas.
Because I'm
Brute
gonna
forcing.
put a chain on my hammer so I can kind of throw on the
Yeah,
tree.
why not?
Okay.
Yeah, I have that over back.
Just a giant pile of weapons. Shop.
I take that back.
He slides the back door and just a random pile of weapons.
Just fall out of a closet.
Yeah.
Just like, there you go.
Oh, here it is.
After testing the blades out, I decide no, and I give them back to put back up on the wall, and I look at what was the bludgeoning weapon with the spikes and everything? What was
it's
that called?
the Kanabo.
Kanabo. And I point to that.
Okay, yeah. So he goes to lift it, and you see his muscles ripple. Yeah, but yeah, he lifts it up, hands it to you, and you could wield it.
Yeah.
but yeah, it's heavy. You know that a normal person could not wield that.
Excellent.
And then you want chain.
A chain for my hammer, like he said, Kratos style.
Yeah.
Kind
So it's like, oh, so you want a gauntlet with a chain around it. It's like, oh, and he's just pulling the pile of weapons. Oh yeah, we have that. So he just straps it onto your forearm, and then he forges the chain on to just a one chain thing loop that's sticking off, and so it's all hooked up and spinning around, and it's good to go.
I strap.
This may be painful when you use it, but you can throw it and pull it back.
I strap the God, what was the name of it again? One more time.
Kanabo.
Kanava. I gotta.
You can just call it Big Hammer. If that's
Big
easier.
Hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I strapped.
Bludgeon stick.
I strapped the bludgeon stick to my back.
Yeah, that works.
I'll take a single kunai.
Yeah. It's like a sardine. Yeah.
I am ready.
Think it wise to repair your weapon? It falls out often.
The broken.
You broke the time.
No, that is a reminder of an old life. It must stay broken.
Well done.
Yeah. It's like, oh. Awkward silence. the blacksmith just like...
Sounds like a flashback.
I mean, it can be. It doesn't have to be.
Yeah, no, I guess flashback for my resiliency. I had broken my katana on a botched seppuku attempt after my former lord passed.
Yikes.
Yeah, so who's going to ask about that?
I'll give it to Nate.
What caused you to want to commit seppuku after your lord passed?
I had no lord to serve. What else in life is there? When a samurai's lord is gone, there's no more need for a samurai.
Okay.
It's a great honor to be buried with your lord.
So how was it failed?
The blade broke.
Is the other half inside of you?
No, I do not know where the other half went, because the blade broke when it struck my neck.
Okay.
So you're saying it's like 6 or 7 inches long?
It's a hilt with like maybe that much more of a blade. Enough of the blade so the hilt stays in the scabbard, but falls out if I jostle it too much.
Okay. Alright.
So, yeah, I guess, like, yeah, your resilience, your, maybe you, like, took it as a sign then, or you didn't try it again.
Right.
So, it's, your skills are still needed for some other
My job.
purpose.
My job on this world was not done. I feel maybe I have an answer of why I was not able to join my lord.
Yeah,
Maybe after this, I can finally know peace myself.
Lots of peace going around. Peace is the answer here.
Power of beauty to heal.
Yes.
Peace.
So then next door to this, does anyone want any armor, or just go with what you got?
Oh no, full samurai regard.
Okay, yeah.
I need
Nature,
no
because I'm
armor.
little.
Yeah.
I'll have some other bracers and
I'm matching, yeah, like the other.
matching gauntlet, maybe
Yeah.
some shoulder pads, but I'm wearing a leather apron already, so I should be.
Okay, yeah. so
Blacksmith the tie.
Actually, you
I'm
don't know,
pretty
just
well
the
on.
Kabuto helmet, that's all I take.
Awesome. Does it have like big
Oh yeah,
horns?
no, the stag beetle horns, absolutely.
They're like 4 feet long.
He's gonna walk the doorways bowing just to make sure.
Yes.
Just like tearing like the bamboo like everywhere you go with like your horns.
It's a good thing
Awesome.
you're so short.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it helps.
Exactly.
Awesome.
And I'm
Just want
slightly
some,
hunched back when I walk, so...
I just want some like leather chest armor and some bracers.
Yeah, so
underneath my
he's
ribs.
in his 1,000+ years of smithing, he's experimented with a number of different armor types, and so he has an array of leather armors and yeah.
Sorry, going back to the seppuku attempt, does that mean you have like a scar or anything on your neck?
Yeah, there's probably a scar on the back of my neck, and probably also on my abdomen that you can't see because I'm wearing clothing. But,
Fair enough.
I would have stabbed myself in the gut with the Bonasachi.
Yeah,
Which
so
I also don't have.
also at this point, we could probably form a creed now that you actually know each other and seem to all be kind of
On the same page.
on the same page.
Mhm.
Yeah, Creed. So that's the again establishing what holds the group together. The creed is the same and shared by the group. So a poor example would be like, we can only trust each other, because that doesn't actually give any further motivation to do anything. Like, you can just sit around in a bar and just all trust each other. You know, it doesn't spur anyone to action. So it's something that ties you together, but also gives you a purpose.
We must kill the Oni.
Yeah. We must slay the Oni.
Mm.
Is that too specific?
I think for the situation, I mean, it's like what you're all about at this point, you know? Like,
To lift the curse of the townsfolk.
Curse
Yeah.
lifter.
Actually, I think that might be better, lift the curse, because maybe that might not necessarily involve killing the Oni, even though it's supposedly what it is.
It could
But-
be destroying the pillars, it could be...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess, lifting the curse from the town.
Yeah, we were brought here for a reason, and that reason seems to be lifting this curse of these
Also, our
people.
fortunes said, like, cursed, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So it could be in reference to...
Lifting the curse from the town and us.
Yeah.
cool. That sounds something agreed to me. So you're geared up. You leave the blacksmith and return to the sage to ask if there anything else that any other wisdom he can, grant you.
I'll inquire, or Kodai will ask the sage if there are any other dangers in this land that we should concern ourselves with as we travel to find these pillars and Oni.
The Oni will have servants that might impede your pathways to the shrines. Pillars. Excuse me. But I believe that the Onis may have feasted upon anything else in the area. It's been a long time since they've been here, and food is food.
On our way in, our guide had subdued a bear. Should that be the least of our concern?
Oh yes, the Oni are much more powerful than a bear.
I can take a bear. I've sumo wrestled
I
a bear
believe
before.
you can.
I believe we can too.
Make
I'm
that flashback.
Fighting bears.
Yeah, make a flashback about fighting bears.
Yeah, okay, sure. So, throw that back in. So I, learning to train sumo, I every once in a while would fight a bear.
Why would you choose bear and not a superior sumo?
Because a superior sumo was not always available, but I had bears. There were bears. There were domesticated bears near where I lived. What did you say?
Such arrogance.
There aren't superior sumos around.
Well, no, I grew up in a small village, so there really weren't other sumo wrestlers around. But there were bears around. So, I learned how to take down bears, and I could pretty much take down any other human being after that.
Yeah, you're like Japanese Hercules.
Basically.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, that sounds great. So, fighter of bears, strength of bears. I don't know. That's a way to label that. Strength.
Fighter of bears.
Yeah. So, the last thing I could tell you about the Oni is they will take power from the 5 elements. And of course, we all know that the elements are fire, water, wind, earth, and void.
That was hard.
Void. Oh wait, sorry. Speaking. Yeah, never mind.
This is Encounter.
Go planet.
So from now head out to the first. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
I'm
so-
also gonna before we leave, Kodai is going to acquire a silk wrap so he can wrap the blade. around just to, hide it if the Oni have eyes that we can't see.
Good call.
Yes, you were almost as wise as me.
I haven't been on this world as long as you have, but I've been around.
You should see the Weaver.
Where might I be able to find this Weaver?
I shall take you. So it just walks out of the art gallery and just again just down the street.
But we weren't at the art gallery. They were at the blacksmith.
We're at the blacksmith.
Oh, but then you went back.
Yeah,
to
we
the
went.
stage.
We went back to get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, never mind.
Fine.
Don't mind me.
So the stage leads you to the Weaver, and inside there's this just very intense man there who has like dual needles, and he's just like like weaving all sorts of like random stuff together at blurring speed. So, Sage, what do you need? I believe that this man here would like to have a silk wrap to protect the slaying sword. So he like looks at the slaying sword and it's like palmed. It's like, and he just looks up and it's like inspiration struck, like light bulb of his, but not literally, but it's very clear.
Paper lantern.
Yes, yeah. So he just runs over to a wall and he just like rips down, like silk just comes flying down, and he just starts ripping down silk from all directions, and he just starts at this like alarming pace, like forming them together into this like really elegant like pink, blue, and purple silk sheath for it. That
Pleated and just ornate. And,
and he like puts in this like awesome like gold design up the middle for
Weaver, you are much talent. You are very talented.
Yes.
You are much talent.
You are much talent.
I am Magneto, master of magnet.
Weaver, you are much talent.
Bears hit him in the head too many times. Ignore my
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah, he's had a rough go of it.
Oh my god.
oh my god.
What so then he just asks you what word would you like inscribed?
Peace.
Drifter, peace. So then with golden thread.
Or harmony. Harmony.
Okay, yeah. With golden thread he just weaves across, you just see harmony written out. And then he just does like one final tug and just bites it. It says, with that, it is complete. It took like 30 seconds. Yeah.
Very impressive.
I'm literally clapping.
Yeah.
Like-
it is amazing to witness this.
When we break this curse, your village will be known all over the lands for the artisan crafting. Not quite sure where I was going with that.
Yeah. He gets it.
Okay.
Yeah. He gets what you're saying. Thank you very much.
You will be known across all the provinces.
Yes.
People will travel to have work done by you.
That would be wonderful.
They will come from all over.
Paying customers. Just kidding. Yeah. You guys
I've been
are cool.
selling robes
Yeah,
for buns
thanks for guilty.
for years.
Yeah.
Decades.
Yeah, so unless anyone else wants any intricate cloth, silk, or anything made up, then to the first Oni.
To the first Oni!
Next time on Deges and Dragons!
From the structure itself, you see this being of pure fire, and it looks humanoid. It holds the mirror, it spins around, a beam of light ignite all of these candles. From these candles, a barrier of fire.
I'm gonna
I
continue.
think that's one of the Oni.